Hi, and welcome to Gateway Parks HOA 101. We want to welcome all our new neighbors, welcome you into Gateway Parks. We hope that you'll be very happy here. The goal of today's HOA 101 is to extend our welcome, share our community resources, define association living, and encourage your involvement. So introductions, my name is Jamie Patterson and I'm your association manager. Brandon Norman is soon to be your on-site manager, and I'm sure he will update this video soon. But Brandon Norman will be a great asset for you, and I'm very sad to be leaving Gateway Parks, but I'm very excited for you guys because you'll have on-site manager, and Brandon is fantastic. You're really gonna love him. Who is CCMC? What does CCMC stand for? Capital Consultants Management Corporation. That's a mouthful, right? So that's why we say CCMC. CCMC is a community association specialist. We have an emphasis on service, focus on building community, and represent communities, over 220 communities in 10 states. CCMC is based upon a foundation of integrity and respect for the individual and provides innovation solutions for client satisfaction. Our values include integrity, respect, innovation, and client satisfaction. Your staff contacts. Here's your staff contacts. We do have a beautiful amenity center, and you do want to stop by and check that out when it's available for you to come by. Brandon Norman's going to be your community manager. There's his phone number and email. Shauna Camacho is your lifestyle director. You definitely want to meet her. And there's a phone number here at the amenity center along with her email. You're definitely going to want to get onto the mygatewayparks.com website. You're going to find all the community documents, events, fill out forms, submit requests, all kinds of things going on there at that website. So you're definitely going to want to bookmark that, register, and visit the website frequently. Community life. What is an HOA? What's an association? I'm sure everyone's heard a not so pleasant story about an HOA, but the HOA is there for you. It really is. The definition of an association is a group of owners who wish to provide a communal basis for preserving, maintaining, and enhancing their homes and their property. So the association is here to help protect and preserve and enhance your property. And that is one of the biggest investments you'll probably make in your lifetime. Community governance. Right now we're under developer control or declarant, depending on how you say that word. We're under declarant control. That means the developer for the community comes in and they are controlling things that are happening within the community. They are still installing or improving amenities around the community. They're heavily subsidizing the community, and with the development process, they're bringing in the amazing builders that we have and just working to make Gateway Parks a wonderful place for you to grow and live. There is a board of directors, and there's also an ACC set up. So the ACC is Architectural Control Committee. So both the boards and the ACC right now are run by the developer, by the development team. When you transition to homeowner control, you will have a board of directors that are made up of homeowner volunteers elected by the community. The ACC committee will also be homeowner volunteers that will review and approve or deny requests for changes and upgrades for your home and for your property. Community meetings. What kind of meetings does the community association have? So every year there's an annual meeting. Go figure, annual meeting once a year. But the annual meeting is a gathering of the members once a year to review the accomplishments for the previous year, look for our goals for the next year, review our financials, and look forward to the budget for the coming year. Board meetings, the board will have routine meetings to review bids and processes, policies, contracts, stuff like that, and even delinquent accounts and things. The board will meet and vote on that and then give direction to the management team to get all those things executed. Your HOA 101s, those are your educational pieces for homeowners moving into the community. New homeowner socials and all of our social events, that is to get you all connected with people, other residents and people within the community, and help build those relationships. Your community documents. I'm sure you got a stack of papers or a flash drive even with maybe a whole stack of community documents, and you may have tried to look at them and you just didn't quite understand them. I understand. They are extensive and can be kind of confusing, but just a few things to know and understand. The community association documents cannot overrule any federal, state, or local laws. In the hierarchy of the documents, you have your recorded plat that says from point A to point B to point C to point D. That is your plat, and that is your property, and that's the piece that you own. It also will define what kind of amenities will be there, and things of that nature. The declaration declares that the property is in an association. The CCNRs, what does CCNR stand for? We hear CCNRs and you're thinking, what is that? We love our acronyms. So CCNRs is covenants, conditions, and restrictions. Basically your rules and regulations, what you can do, what you can't do. And that is maybe not parking your boat or trailer or travel trailer, RV, whatever, within the community, at least within public view. If it can be stored in the garage or behind a fence, would be fantastic, or possibly even off-site, what might be the best solution. But there's all kinds of definitions of items within the CCNRs, and that's really what you want to look at and be familiar with. The articles of incorporation, that is what brings your community into existence and opens up your corporation, because your association is a business, it is a corporation. The bylaws, that will define how the corporation is run, how many board members, how often they meet, what positions they have as far as director or president or treasurer or secretary, defines what their jobs are, what type of, or how long of a term they will serve. And then your board resolutions. The board resolutions are policies or rules like pool rules or lawn policies, or collection policies, simple things that may not be specifically or detailed out in the declaration, but they need a little bit more clarity. And then they can also be changed fairly easily within the board setting versus trying to amend the documents. Community management. What does your manager do? Or what does your management team do, I should say? We provide a lot of customer service. A huge part of what we do is customer service, just helping and educating our homeowners, helping them find solutions, educating them on what's allowed and what's not, and all about association living. Daily operations, communications from everyone, from the homeowners to your vendors to your attorneys. Your management team is operating and running all of those daily operations, collecting your assessments and paying your bills. None of the fun stuff that we like to do, right? Board consultation. The management team will serve as a consulting firm to your board, help them make informed decisions and help guide them if they need assistance. We do have a financial accountability and planning, and there's a long process for budgeting and planning the financial health of the association. Contractor supervision. We overview the contractors, oversee the contractors, and ensure they are following through with their required services within their contract. Covenant enforcement, not the favorite part, but it is a necessary part. That is driving through the community and looking for violations and it's issuing notices. And don't look at them as bad. It is an educational tool, something to help you learn things. A lot of times you just don't know that something's not allowed. So always reach out if you have a question or a concern or need help finding a solution. We're happy to help you with that. Preservation of the common spaces. We're not just looking at your property, we're looking at all of the property. Everywhere from the maintenance to the landscaping, the pool, the building, the lawns, the lights, the string lights, all of the pieces of the community. We're looking at all of those and making sure they're being maintained. Communications and lifestyle programming, I'm going to leave that for Shauna because Shauna does do all of the communications and lifestyle programs for the community. And she does a fantastic job. So hang on, we'll get to that soon. The board of directors, so a declarant versus a homeowner control. The declarant control is board members made up of a team from the developer team, and they're the ones that are going to run the association for now. Eventually you will be turned over and be run by a homeowner, a group of homeowners, volunteers that are elected by the community. The declarant and subsidy funding. Did you know that a lot of your assessments, a lot of the funds that go into your budget come from the developer? In the early stages of development, they heavily subsidize the budget to make sure that they have enough funds for all the routine maintenance and upkeep and this fabulous lifestyle program. Fiduciary accountability. The board does have a fiduciary duty to the community to make sure that your funds are being well spent and reserved properly. The board also is able to set policy and give direction, and they represent the community. Your board of directors are key to representing the community. So I hope that you've learned a little bit here. If you have additional questions, we'll be letting you submit questions and have possibly, I think, a live Q&A coming up soon. So I'm going to turn it over to Shauna. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm really happy to have you at Gateway Parks. Feel free to reach out to us at any time. Thanks so much. Have a good night.